I found him when he was 13. He'd been living on the streets, feeding off the homeless. His need for blood had taken hold at puberty. I took him for a vampire at first. Almost killed him, too. Then I realized what he was. Blade's mother was attacked by a vampire while she was pregnant. She died, but he lived. Unfortunately, he'd undergone certain genetic changes. He can withstand garlic, silver, even sunlight. And he's got their strength. This time tomorrow, all those wounds of his will be healed.
What is good, y'all? Snowy Almighty here, and I'm gonna be breaking down a movie that I have watched, and I'm still kind of watching, but I had to do this video, and I'm gonna be breaking it down and telling you guys about the movie. And the movie is called Blade. And as you saw the last clip, I put the last clip. And I'm gonna be talking about Blade and the character Blade and what he is in our normal world. Now, what you have to understand is that movies are not just to watch. They tell a lot of truth. And this movie told a lot of truth. Now, you saw in the beginning clip, it talked about Blade being born from his mother, and his mother died. His mother died, and he was a hybrid vampire, alright? Vampire. You see, his mom got bitten by a vampire, and so he became a vampire in his mom's stomach. Alright? You understand that, alright? So, this is just talking about, and he was melanated. He was a melanated being, so-called black person. So it's telling you that melanated beings are powerful. Alright? And I'm not going to go into like melanated beings are always this and that, but it's talking about the way he can take sunlight. Now, going off of that, he's a hybrid. And he's also melanated. And he can take sunlight. What, doesn't that sound kind of funny? And so-called Caucasians can't really take sunlight like that, alright? They can't take sunlight like that. And he can, and he's melanated. They're telling you right in your faces. Right in your faces, man. But they didn't pick a Caucasian man to play the role, did they? No, they didn't. It's telling you guys. And so that's what I wanted to say about Blade, that he was born a hybrid. Alright? And also another thing about hybrid is half and half, right? So it's technically talking about the light skins. The lighter colored people, beings. It's talking about them because they have best of the both worlds. He was a vampire and he was a human. So they have best of the both worlds. And light skins are black and white. Melanated, Caucasian. See? See where I'm going with that?
A mere human like me could have overpowered you. You were one of them. A familiar. Going on 5 years now.
It's the end game, Blade.
All their plans are coming to fruition. Why don't you just sit back and enjoy the show? I hate familiars.
In the Blade movie, they were low-ranked so-called vampires. They weren't vampires, but they were humans. And they were agents for the vampires, the high-ranked vampires. So basically what it's telling you is that in the real world that you guys don't know of, that there's agents, like cops. There's cops. Like I saw, like you saw in the last clip. Those two were cops. There was a black man and the white man. They were cops and they had that symbol. So it's telling you about Freemasons. Let me repeat myself. Freemasons. There's high-rank Freemasons and there's low-rank Freemasons. Your celebrities, Freemasons. Politicians, Freemasons. All of them are Freemasons. So they're low-rank Freemasons. Alright? So vampires are technically Freemasons in a way. But it doesn't connect with Blade. You know, Blade is not a Freemason. You know what I'm saying? He's not. No. Not like that, alright? But it's telling you that familiars are Freemasons, man. They're Freemasons. And they're all over. You won't even notice them.
I have blood samples. I can go to the police.
They own the police. You have to understand they're everywhere. Chances are you've seen them yourself and didn't know.
The thing you have to understand is that they were rich. The vampires were rich. And as you see in the last clip, they own the police. So the police department is corrupt. And that's why the other clip you've seen of Blade getting knowing that the cop was a familiar was because they own the police. They're corrupt. And it's telling you about who? The Freemasons. Right in your face. Right in your face, man. They don't do this just for... They don't make movies just to make movies. Never like that. Every movie has at least a hidden agenda or hidden clues and stuff like that. But that's what it was talking about. And they had owned half of the city, which was in San Francisco. They owned half of the city. It said that in another scene that they owned half of the city. And they were rich too. They're undercover too. So you and it also say you see them and you don't even know that they're vampires. This is what it's telling you, man. This is what it's telling you. As for the breakdown goes, I might have a part 2 on this. I know this might have been a little bit confusing, but for the people who know Blade, now you kind of understand. And don't get offense to this. It's just facts. I'm just speaking facts, all right? It's destiny. It's destiny. But anyways, I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. And I'm not gonna come here and say I hope you enjoyed the video, because this is not about enjoying. This is not about that. I'm really serious about the stuff that I'm doing right now, and I hope y'all really understand what's going on